Hi Capricorn, welcome to December. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. Before I get started on your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So we have a full moon in Gemini on December 11th or 12th, depending on where you live. And then a new moon in your sign, Capricorn, new moon solar eclipse. So this should be an exciting month for you. So let's see, but I'll get into the astrology later. Let's see what the cards say. What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for the month of December 2019? And also, if you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday, Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for the month of December? What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for the month of December 2019? What is coming up for Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know? What does Capricorn need to know about love and relationships for December 2019? Okay. Six of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords. The Temperance. The World. The Justice card. The Three of Cups. The Sun. The King of Cups. The Lovers. And the Tower. Major changes are coming in December. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles, I'm sorry. You start the month out thinking about, this is a card of finding a balance between give and take. So you might be giving a lot to a relationship, and there may be an imbalance in the give and take. Maybe you feel like you're doing all the giving, and the other person isn't contributing or isn't responding in an equal way. Like you're expected to do all the work or pay all the bills or whatever it is. There's this imbalance. And this could be in a relationship. It could also be in a work situation or whatever. You're just putting too much energy. There's like this imbalance in energy. And the thing with this card, you have to remember, because Capricorns are very dedicated and very committed. You know, when you give a Capricorn a job to do, they're going to do it. And they go the extra mile. And sometimes they wind up doing everything because they're so dedicated and they're so committed to excellence. So it's easy to fall into that trap of you're doing everything and nobody else is doing anything, or no one's pulling their own weight. And that could be in a relationship, even in a career situation. So you have to remember, while you're doing all this giving, you need to also take time out to recharge. Because if you don't, you're going to get burnt out and then you won't be able to give to anyone. So this is the message of this card is, it's great to give. I mean, there's a certain fulfillment or reward that you get from giving, especially when you're helping someone and they're really grateful for your assistance. I mean, there's nothing better than that. But you want to make sure that people are not taking advantage of your kindness and your willingness to give, where they're just, letting you do everything and not reciprocating. It's not like, I know you're not giving because you want to get. I mean, that's not giving, really. That's conditional giving. And usually when we give, we don't set conditions on our giving. But it's nice when someone appreciates what you've done and wants to return the favor. And especially if you're in a relationship, there should be an equal give and take, or at least, even if it's not exactly equal, because it never is, but at least someone is making an effort to show appreciation, to show gratitude by offering their time and energy to help you when you need it. So I feel like there could be a relationship issue where there's this give and take imbalance. Well, this is the month you might decide to do something about it, because you have this Ace of Swords here. This is the card of the warrior. You might get activated in December to take action and to fix anything that has become imbalanced. And again, we have this theme of balance with the Temperance card. This is a card of, not going to extremes, trying to blend opposites, meeting people in the middle. So if you're in a relationship, you could be with someone who's very different than you. You're very different, but you're compatible. And you have learned, you have to expand your mind to incorporate someone else's perspective in the month of December to have harmony in this relationship. The other meaning of this card has a lot of meanings because it relates to the Archangel Michael. So you're receiving divine guidance for the month of December. If you're open to receiving it, it's there for you. So if you ever find yourself confused or at a crossroads, take time out and ask for guidance. And you'll hear that voice, that little voice that you hear in your head, that your intuition, that inner voice, inner divine knowing. That's a message from Spirit, message from the angels. This card also comes up usually when you need to have work-life balance. When something is out of balance, you need to make time for two things. You can't be focused all in career, or you can't be all focused on relationship. You have to kind of balance those two energies, work and home, that kind of stuff. So that's what this Temperance card is about. It's about finding that perfect balance and learning how to compromise, learning how to meet someone halfway, and being open to seeing things from another person's perspective. And that's going to bring harmony in a relationship. The World card, this is in the recent past. So you've achieved a goal recently. You might have, you're reaching a level. Something is coming to completion in December. Because the World card is, it's the end of a cycle. Because it's the last card in the tarot deck, in the major arcana. You start out with the Fool, you go through your journey, and the trials and tribulations. And then you arrive at the World card at a state of completion or enlightenment, like everything starts to come together. So things might be coming together in your life, in your relationship, either at work or in a relationship. But it could also mean that you're completing a karmic cycle and you're ready to move to a new cycle. Especially since the Justice card is here. Justice usually means that a decision will go in your favor. If there's some kind of legal thing that's hanging out, waiting to be resolved, a decision will go in your favor. It represents a fair outcome. It also represents karma. On a higher level, on the mundane level, it could be legal issues. You could be dealing with a Libra, or there's something about, there's a lot of, it's like you're trying to right a wrong, or you're trying to create more balance in your life. So if there's if you feel like you've suffered some type of injustice, that is going to be changing, and you're going to be celebrating your success. Things are going to be balanced out. So if you, let's say you spent a lot of time working really hard on something, you're going to get the rewards. Justice card is like a reward, a karmic reward. Or if you've been putting yourself out for people and doing everything for everyone, things are going to start to come back. You're going to start to see results, or you're going to start to receive justice for everything that you've done. And it may not come from the same people. A lot of time karma, people, think karma is like punishment, or it's really not. It's not that judgmental. It's more an energy of I've set something in motion, and this is the result of what I've set in motion, for good or for bad, So if you do a lot of things that are positive, that are contributing to the world, you're creating some kind of energy that's going to come back. Whatever you put out there comes back. If you're putting out negative energy, you're going to receive negative energy. If you're putting out positive energy, you're going to receive that. So, and the World card is also about finding that like you might be loving the work that you do, or you might be meeting the perfect partner. Everything seems to be coming to completion or coming to culmination. It's a final resolution kind of feeling. And you have the Three of Cups here. That can be a time card of 3 weeks. So you could be celebrating something in 3 weeks. And actually that's around the time of the Christmas holiday, or, solstice, Hanukkah, different, that's a time of celebration for a lot of cultures. So there could be parties, celebration, and I think you're going to be in a happy mode at the end of December, especially since that's around the time of the new moon solar eclipse in your sign. So you're on the edge of a brand new beginning. So this is a month of like finishing up finishing up projects, or coming to a completion or resolution in relationships, and then getting prepared to have a new start, or take something to the next level. And you have the Sun here. This is an excellent card. It's telling you that no matter what you think you might be worried about something, if you're worried about a relationship, everything's going to work out fine. If you have any kind of worries at all at the beginning of the month, the Sun means it's going to be okay. Everything's going to turn out okay. As a matter of fact, this is a card often when two people, you might be, if you're not in a relationship, you could be meeting someone that you really have a lot of fun with. Even if you're in a relationship, the Sun can mean a marriage. You might want to take this relationship to the next level and have some type of commitment. Or you just might be realizing whoever you're with in December, you're going to have a good time with them. This is a card of two people who really enjoy being together and really have a lot of fun together. It's like you're going to feel like a child again. You might have been spending a lot of time working over the past months, and this is going to give you an opportunity to have some fun, to put down the work and to connect with people, to have some celebration, to feel supported by your friends and your family, and just kick back and enjoy. Now, in your environment, you have the King of Cups. This is an energy, it could be a water sign that you're dealing with. And even if it's not a water sign, which would be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, this person is very sensitive. So if you're dealing with someone in December in a romantic situation, you're dealing with someone who is very, very caring, very compassionate, has very deep feelings, but they don't always show them. They keep them hidden. They're afraid of being vulnerable. They're afraid of rejection sometimes. So they don't, there could be someone who cares very much about you, but you don't know it. Like he's not telling you, but he's looking to the future. So this is someone that may want to develop a relationship with you. And you could have a lot of fun with this person. The Lover's card is here. So there's a strong attraction to this king. And sometimes with the lovers, there's always a choice that's involved. So someone could be making a choice, either you or the other person. You might be choosing between two paths. Either choosing between two people in a relationship, like a love triangle, because sometimes the Three of Cups can be like a third party situation. Or it can mean, do I choose to be with this person or not be with this person? So it's not always a love triangle, or don't think that every Capricorn has a partner that's cheating. No. It has nothing to do, it's not for everyone. Because this is a general reading, so it's not specific. Some people, there might be someone choosing between two people. Other people might be just choosing to either get involved or not get involved. Choosing to stay or choosing to go. The Tower, though, I feel like this relationship, now the Tower is the outcome. So there's going to be major change. This relationship is going to change your life in a major way. It means a dramatic change where you're breaking down the old way of being and you're rebuilding on a better path, on a path that's more, that's a better fit for you. So if something is crumbling in December, if something is not working, let it go, because it's preparing you for a new beginning with the right partner. Some of you might be ending a relationship, but some of you might be just transforming through relationship. So the Tower is not always negative, but it does represent change, sudden change. And with this eclipse energy, it would fit right into the eclipse energy. Because a new moon eclipse represents, it could be an ending and a new beginning happening simultaneously. One thing ends, one thing begins. It could speed up your timetable, things just kind of happen and you have to react or you have to make a quick decision. But it's also releasing you. If you're on the right path, it represents, you're just transforming. If you're on the wrong path, it can give you an opportunity to break free from the wrong path and follow the right path and build in a new direction. So this is going to be a very significant month for you, Capricorn, especially because of this new moon eclipse in Capricorn. And we'll get to that. As a matter of fact, let's look at the astrology. So on December 12th or 11th, depending on where you live, it's on the late night on the 11th if you're on the Pacific side of the timeline, and if you're on the East Coast, it's December 12th early morning. So we have a full moon in Gemini, and that's happening in your 6th and 12th houses. So that's the house of work. The 6th house is the house of work, the house of health. The 12th house is the house of karma, finishing up like the old cycles, psychological blocks. You could be finishing up, I feel like you're finishing up karma. You're finishing up a karmic cycle, and you're releasing whatever's been holding you back, whatever has been, if you have any psychological blocks. This is a great time to see the truth, because the full moon usually brings things to light. So you're seeing what needs to be done, and you're taking action, especially with this Ace of Swords. You might be triggered in December. And through that trigger, you're going to have a level of awareness. And you're going to realize, okay, now I know what I need to do. And you're going to take action. And you have, because you have Saturn, Venus, Pluto, and now Jupiter will be moving into Capricorn in December. You're going to have a stellium of planets in your first house. That is major. First of all, Saturn there, you're going to be taken more seriously. You're going to be working hard towards a goal, but you want to be treated seriously. You're tired, or if you're not getting the respect that's due you, you're going to demand it. You're going to take action to make sure you get respect. Power. Pluto is there. You're going to step into your power. So you could be moving into a position of leadership, a position of greater power. Even if it's not power over people, it's just feeling empowered. That's the best way to use the Plutonian energy, is by feeling empowered. And using your talents and your gifts to empower others. Not to just hoard all the power and, have the slave thing going on. You don't want to do that, because then Pluto will destroy you. But you also have Venus crossing your ascendant, coming into the first house. She's been in Sagittarius. She's moving into Capricorn. She was in your 12th house. She's coming into your first house. And she's connecting with Saturn and Pluto. So Venus in the first house, you're going to look more charming, more beautiful. It could bring love. When Venus crosses your ascendant, it brings love and romance into your life. It helps you. You're more attractive. You're more charming. And Venus, when it hits, the only thing that's difficult with Venus, it's in Capricorn. So it's not like you're going to let your hair down and do something wild and crazy. Capricorn is always, the lady, respectful, or the gentleman, you play by the rules. You're very conservative. You're not overly demonstrative. You keep your feelings close to your chest. But Venus connecting with Pluto is passion. If you're involved in a relationship in December, it's going to be very passionate and very powerful and transformative. And if it's not a relationship, then you are going to find your passion. You're going to be passionate about the work you do, or passionate about something people are going to see you in a different way. Because the first house is your public, it's the way you're seen in the world. It's your astrological mask. And it relates to your physical body. So you're just going to be feeling more empowered, more confident, more attractive, and I would not be surprised if you stepped into some type of position of leadership or power during this time. Mars is going through your 11th house in Scorpio, so it's strong. Mars is strong in Scorpio. In your 11th house, that's the house of dreams, hopes, wishes, friendships, groups you belong to. So you could be joining a group that invigorates you, that inspires you. You could be working really hard. You could find your passion again. If you felt like, well, I don't know what I want to do, Mars is going to energize you, where you're going to really work hard to achieve a goal. And it's trining Neptune in the 3rd house. So you could do this through some type of creative writing project or some type of artistic, something that involves communication, but also involves, with Neptune, it could be through music, through writing, through art, through even dance, photography, spirituality. Those are all that's the realm of Neptune. So you're going to communicate through the energy of Neptune. Neptune's going to help you to manifest a dream. What else? You have Jupiter, and Jupiter coming into the 1st house brings opportunity. You're going to have Jupiter in Capricorn for a whole year. You're going to be the golden child. Last year it was Sagittarius. Sagittarius was the golden child. This year Jupiter's in Capricorn, so you are the golden child. It brings opportunity and abundance. And Jupiter is trining Uranus. So that's like sudden opportunity. So there's going to be some sudden change in December, sudden opportunity, especially around the new moon eclipse, that is going to allow you greater freedom of expression, because Uranus is now in your 5th house, which is the house of romance. It could bring a new romance. If you're not in love, in a relationship, a committed relationship, Uranus could bring you one. If you are, and if it's not romance, it could be something that unexpected that happens around children. You could have a child. If you're wanting to start a family, you could suddenly find that you're having a baby. It could also be a sudden opportunity that involves creativity and self-expression. So if there was something that you always wanted to do that had to do with creativity, you may get an opportunity to do that. So whatever you're doing, the work you're doing is going to involve some type of creative talent that you have. And the 4th house, you have Chiron in the 4th house. It's going direct around this full moon. And so there could be some things that you need to heal around home and family. And you'll have an opportunity to do that because Chiron's in Aries. And Aries is the warrior. Aries has courage. So if you have courage to look at your childhood and see where you might have had some, look at the things that might be too painful, that you might have been too painful to look at in the past. And you can heal from them, and that can be part of your empowerment as well. Because you have a lot of 12th house energy, 12th, 6th, that's karma, that's psychological, that's your unconscious, the 12th house. Your blind spots. Some of these things could come out in the open. Especially, the 12th house is the house of hidden enemies. So if anyone's been working against you, you're going to see that at the full moon. It's possible that could come out too. But I wouldn't worry about it because you're going to be in charge by the end of the year and going into the new year. So then we have the solar new moon eclipse in your sign, in Capricorn. And that's happening in your 1st house. So this is like a time you can reinvent yourself. You can present a new face to the world. There's opportunity. Jupiter is conjunct this new moon, and it's trining Uranus. So anything can happen. Anything that you least expect, some sudden opportunity, just see what flies in, because you can't, with Uranus, you just have no way of predicting. Sometimes it's like the last thing you would have ever expected, It's like you're walking down the street and you run into someone you haven't seen in years. Like, I never would have dreamed I would have ran into this person. Or I never would have dreamed this person would have called me up on the phone and offered me this job. Or, stuff like that can happen with Uranus. It's just sudden opportunity. Jupiter is like a benefic planet. It brings abundance and opportunity. And it allows you to expand your your realm. You know, it's like it brings you in contact with, it gets you out of a rut. It brings you in contact with people beyond your immediate environment. Because Jupiter rules like foreign travel and higher education, long distance learning. Any of those things can be happening. And you have Mars in the 11th, Saturn and Pluto in the 1st. Mars is sextiling Saturn and Pluto, so you have all this positive energy. You're going to be filled with ambition and energy to really just go ahead and claim your goal, claim your dream. So it's going to be a very powerful time. So if you want to start anything, this would be a good time to start something. You'll have the energy of Mars behind you to help you, go the distance. Because sometimes, we start things and then we lose our enthusiasm or we lose our energy. And but when Mars is working for you, you can conquer the world. It gives you that fighting spirit. So you have some good energy coming up. You have the North Node is in Cancer and it's in your 7th house. So you could wind up connecting with someone. If you're in a partnership, it could become, you're learning that I need partnership I need to be nurtured in relationships. I mean, you already have, your 7th house is ruled by the moon. So you want someone to be, it's like you want to be mothered. Let people love you in December. Because Capricorn is so independent sometimes. Like you just don't want anybody to help you. You want to just do it all. So you may learn, I have to delegate. I have to learn how to let people love me back. I'm doing all this work. Learn how to receive. People are there. You have this 3 of Cups here. This is a card of support. Love and support. So don't block it. Don't be afraid of it. And don't feel like, oh, I don't want to put anybody out or I don't want to ask for help. Let people love you. Let people help you. Allow yourself to be nurtured. You need it because you've been working really hard and that's great. But now it's time for your reward. So there are going to be major changes in December. Get ready. That's all I can say. But they're going to be good changes. Don't fear change. And when you see the Tower, don't fear the Tower. The Tower isn't always disaster. The Tower actually can free you from an oppressive situation and put you on a new path that is way more in line with your soul mission. So you're already receiving spiritual guidance from the Temperance. This is the Archangel Michael. I mean, you've got great cards here. The World, the Sun, the Lovers, Justice. So it's going to be a turning point. It's going to be a turning point in your life, the end of December. You may feel that you're walking across a bridge into a new life. And when you look back, it's like it's so different than the life you left behind. So get ready to step into your power. Get ready to be the star this year. With Jupiter has your back. Jupiter supporting your goals, bringing you luck and abundance. So get ready for it. Embrace it. All your hard work is going to pay off. So that's my reading for December, Capricorn. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it's been a help to you. If you'd like to get a private reading, just click on the link in the description box and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, I want to say thank you for everyone who has been supporting this channel by either liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. I love reading all the comments. And those who have ordered readings, thank you for your support. It really helps me to keep this all going. And I want to say have a happy birthday. If you're having a birthday in December, have a wonderful holiday, whether you're celebrating Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, solstice. This is a season of celebration and a season of love and light. So have a wonderful December and filled with love and abundance. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.